Hello friends. Now let us take up the eighth concept 9.8 class fields. These are also known as static fields. Popularly we call as static fields or static variables. Now as I told you earlier, if a common data is there for all variables, same value is applicable, you may declare it as static variable. That means only one copy is created for that. The best example is this. Actually, in most buildings, in 99% buildings, the length and breadth of the all rooms may be unique, may be different, but height of all the rooms in a building are same. In such case, if you want, you can declare the height as static. Because of that, only one copy is enough. Suppose if you declare them as instance variables, in a building there are 10 rooms. So how many variables? Length, breadth and height. 3 instance variables you have declared. Then 3 into 10. 30 fields are to be created. If you are little smart, if you understand the concept well, what to do? You can declare height as static variable. Only one copy is used. One copy is used. Then what happens? Because of that, for 10 rooms, how many variables are required? 10 into 2, 20, and this is common for 10 rooms. Then 1, 21 are enough. If you declare everything as instance variable, 30 are required with reference to 10 rooms, and now if you declare as static, 21 variables are required. That is the smartness, and at the same time it reflects your prudency in coding, in implementation. That point you have to understand. Then in such case, how to code wise also the representation is, the expression is different. Now you see, let us take the drawing room dot length, as it is an instance variable. Drawing room dot length 20 you have given. Drawing room dot breadth 15 you have given. Via instance, via object. But as far as this is concerned, this is class type. Only one copy is created. Now we see room dot height. It is not relating to object. It is common for every room, all the rooms in the building. So room dot height 10. This can be used for any room. So that room, that is class dot variable name. This is the syntax. Now come to the next room. One more object is created, study room. Study room dot length 12. Study room dot breadth 10. But you need not define height. Same thing you can use. That is the smartest. So whenever you are writing a program, after identifying the fields required for a particular class, you have to apply your brain. Which data items or which fields are common for all the objects, that you have to understand. In real life we are doing that. Actually, in an apartment there are 10 flats. Are you appointing 10 security guards for each flat? Are you appointing a separate security guard? Never. For the entire apartment, one team of security guards are appointed. And for 10 flats, are you creating 10 lifts? You may create 1 or 2 lifts only. Okay, for the entire apartment, 1 lift or 2 lifts. Are you providing 10 separate power generators for each flat? Each flat 1 power generator? No. For the entire apartment, you are installing 1 power generator. that prudency in real life you are applying. Actually, common facility there only one or two you make, but individual are required and all that. Suppose every flat owner is having a car. Every flat owner, all 10 owners, flat owners are having 10 cars. Are you appointing single driver? No, never. For every flat owner appoints the driver. Understand that difference you have to understand. In real life you know that 100% you know, but whatever real life prudency you implement, the same thing you have to extend to programming also. Programming is also for you, but it is performed by a computer. Whatever prudencies, whatever smartness, smart practices you are following in real life, in programming also same practices you have to follow. Understand? So a few more examples I am giving. Actually, circle. If you create a circle class, then pi you use, that is 3.14159 for circle calculating circle area, circle circumference, all that you have to use pi. Then you can declare it as a static variable or static constant. Then how you call it? Circle dot pi. In the same manner, already in the previous concepts I gave the example. Uh, you are preparing a report of the students belong to a class, a particular section. Then as far as class, like 10th class, and section A, common for all 60 students, then how you can declare them as static. Then student dot class number, student dot section. Understand, this prudency is very much required. So what is your algorithm? First you have to take a problem domain, you have to understand that. Thereafter you have to analyze that, and you have to identify the object or objects in the problem domain. Thereafter, objects are real things. For each object you have to develop the corresponding class. Class is nothing but a blueprint. So once you are defining class, which variables are required for that, you have to identify. After identifying all the variables of that class, then you have to identify which variables are playing the role of global nature, means which variable value is common for all the objects created from that class. Then you may declare it as static variable. Then only one copy is created. And in this context, one more point I have to tell you. When instance variables get into existence, whenever instance is created, after creating the object only, they are meaningful. Suppose if you use the word name, whose name? You have to refer a particular person, a particular person's name, then only it is meaningful. Whenever you create drawing room, then only length is meaningful. Drawing room dot length, it is meaningful. Otherwise length is abstract. In the same manner breadth, whenever you create a study room's length is meaningful, otherwise length is abstract. You understand? So whenever object is created, the instance variables come into existence. As soon as far as static variables are concerned, whenever class is created, they come into existence because they are class oriented. That difference you must understand.